So French toast is for the win today. Simple ingredients, super simple and convenient for anyone. The trick of French toast is using a really, really good bread. Here we have apple cinnamon bread. I get this from HEB. We've got ground cinnamon, we've got some eggs, and then we've got our sugar-free syrup. Whatever syrup you like, you can use. I use this. So we're gonna get mixing and then let's get this started. First, we are going to, I just kind of crack a few eggs on here. I'm not a good cracker, so don't make fun of me. This is the way I crack it. It works, as long as I don't get any shells in here. Okay, one more. Usually 3 is the perfect touch. And so I'm making a serving for 2 people, which will give us like 3 slices each. Then I'm gonna add some cinnamon. Oh wait, I forgot one ingredient, guys. You need your vanilla extract. So let me get that. Imitation vanilla. Pour it into here. It's really gonna be your little measure, just like that. And then mixing it up. Obviously my bowl that I'm using isn't too deep, but we don't need a really deep bowl. We're not making tons of French toast here. But just whisk it, I kind of go like that. I've already got the skillet going. I like to prepare my skillet and get it heated. So by the time I'm done with this, it's already nice and warm and I can just put my French toast on there. This is probably like the thing that takes the longest, is making sure that I'm like whipping this up just right. Okay, so I forgot to mention that I add a little bit of half and half to it, fat-free half and half. Gives it more of just like a little creamier taste and a nice base to your bread. Okay, that's good enough. I'm really hungry, so my arm's kind of sore over here because I'm whipping it really good. Okay, just like that. Now we've got our bread, and I'm gonna bring it over to the stove just so it doesn't get too messy. We're gonna take our bread. As you see, this is actually pretty hot. I'm gonna spray a little bit more. I'm using Pam baking spray. Just a little bit more, just like that. And then you're gonna take your yummy bread. And as you see, these are a little bit thinner, but they work perfect. It just depends on your preference on what kind of bread you like. I've used it all, and I especially like this one. So as you see, just get it nice and coated. And then voila, you have to use the ends. The ends are the best, I believe. I love eating French toast, especially during the off season. Just something different. And like I said, it's just something that I grew up eating. French toast, my dad cooking us French toast in the morning. And for this, I don't really, I mean, I know the macros, but it's not something that I'm necessarily worried about and counting for the fat. Like, I'm just aware of it. That's Gracie, by the way. She's probably picked up something.
I'm trying.
Okay. So we got that going. I just really eye it, honestly. We'll turn up just a bit. We'll let that sit and we'll just keep an eye on it. And we'll kind of wait and sit around. I'm gonna actually put a lid on there. And we'll get that going. So I personally, as I'm cooking, some people are different. When I'm cooking, I like to clean. As something's going whatever, I like to clean up the kitchen while I'm doing it. It just saves me a trip so that when I'm done, the whole kitchen isn't a mess. It's way easier. We don't need these anymore or the eggs, so I'm gonna put them away. We need our cinnamon, we need our syrup, so I'm gonna leave that out, and then I'll put this stuff away. It's just easy cleanup. Okay, so I turned it up a little bit. I always feel like the first batch is always a bit different. It kind of just gets like the pan going. So it's almost done. I usually like to make it a little bit more brown. I like it a lot more crispier. I just feel like it tastes better. And this bread, like I said, is pretty good. I feel like it's all about the bread that you're using. So we got just probably a couple more minutes and then I can flip it. Okay, so as you see, it's nice and brown and crispy. I would say it took us probably about 6-7 minutes flipping this. It's perfect. Perfect on each side. And you just do it like that. You don't stack it right away just because sometimes it can get like almost like soggy. So I let it sit for a little bit to where it just kind of cools down and it kind of hardens to give you like that perfect taste. So now we are going to add a little bit more cinnamon. Just like that. I love cinnamon. And then I have the Mrs. Butterworth sugar-free syrup. This is actually a really, really good syrup. You can heat this up in the microwave just to give it just more of like a warmth. So when you pour it on, it's just not like cool, cold syrup. You really don't need much, especially if you make good French toast and it has good flavors. I don't feel like you need to coat it with tons of syrup. So it still gives you good macros if you're watching what you're eating. Everything I have is really good macros. Just look on the back, you know, on what you're needing, what you're wanting, but this works out perfect. And now I'm just gonna put some syrup on here. I'm still gonna let this cool down. Put a little bit of syrup on there. I'm not gonna heat it up, but I just put a little like this. Kind of spread it like that. I know I'm weird. This is probably definitely unorthodox for French toast. And then I just cut it up and eat it like that. And voila, you have a perfect, easy French toast breakfast or before your workout, which I'm gonna be training here. So this is a perfect pre-workout meal.